Okay. So, well, we are going to continue about the method. So far, you already discussed and then also demonstrate several methods. Do you still remember what are they? Alright, so before this, we will complete the another or explaining another approach or another method that we didn't actually cover last time. So today I'd like to show you or introduce you one of the methods called as cooperative. This is actually almost similar with participatory. Just remember that. Alright, and also community. So when we talk about cooperative or meaning that the only one, but cooperative. It's natural cooperative, and then you see positive interdependence. Artinya bahwa you trust each other. Ada yang punya trust issue di sini? Have you trust each other? So before you sit it together, you need to then have a positive, not negative. If you are negative, meaning that you cannot sit together. So that's why in cooperative learning, you need to make sure that you like or you love to share each other. If you don't like with someone else or your friends, so you don't need to sit together. Because here the principle. So that's why I put here positive interdependence, meaning that ada tuh biasanya tak berteman tapi biasanya ada yang nyimpan. Oh, kita menyimpan gitu kan, biasanya ingin one man show, ada yang mau dominate, ada yang mau kelihatan lebih baik. That is fine as long as you have a positive interdependence or you trust each other. Okay, you want to work with each other. Do you work with someone else that you don't trust, or you trust? Trust. Yes. Yeah. Of course. Yes. It's like going to be working in the one team, meaning that you trust him, you trust her to be in your group. Okay, and then another point is individual accountability. Nah, ini yang paling penting. When you from in a group, ada kalanya ada satu orang yang mungkin bisa jadi they do nothing, okay? Because they put all the things on their friend. They rely on the friend very much, a lot. So that's why here in cooperative learning, you need to pay attention with individual accountability, meaning that even though you are in a group, but you need to work by your own. You need to accomplish the task by yourself. Okay? And then, this one, face-to-face interaction. Ada di mana itu namanya belajar bergrup, kemudian umumnya, yeah, you are in a group. Are you in a group? Are you in a group? Why not? Because you are working. Yeah. What we call here is that you need face-to-face interaction. Tidak ada itu namanya bekerja berdua, tapi side by side. Coba. Iya. Duduknya saja bertiga berdua dan bisa nyenggol. Maksudnya apa? Ketika di cooperative learning, yang paling diutamakan adalah when you face each other. Kenapa? When you face each other, meaning that you are ready to share anything. Okay, side by side, not together. So here, later, ini yang perlu ditekankan bahwa ketika forming group, make sure that your students face each other. just to make sure, just to what I call, just to anticipate that. Karena biasanya ketika kita berbicara ya seperti ini, when you are not facing someone else, okay, when you are only sitting side by side, I'm not really sure that you are really into me, okay, because when you are facing me, I can see your eyes. And then of course I can see your response, whether you would like to be involved in our discussion or in our activity. Okay, so here we go. Some of the activity or some of the techniques here already actually come up in some other technique or other method, right? Can you see or can you notice the technique? Which one is already there in other method? So, and then 1 minute papers. 1 minute papers? In which?
Scripture problem solving.
AC. AC.
In what method is that? What method?
Yang inisial error. Terima kasih.
Which one?
Oh, saya mau bilang gagal.
AC yang tuliskan isi lagi.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
In other method. But the problem is that the aims or the purpose of the activity. For example, here as you see, jigsaw. Yeah, I think jigsaw can be same in other can have
Problem solving.
yeah. However, for this one in 1 minute paper, you see here are several techniques, several activities, but actually ada teknik yang digunakan di brainstorming atau di pre-activity, ada di main activity. So when we talk about teaching, do you have a marker? Do you have a marker?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I have yours? Yes. All techniques actually can be. The difference is that where the techniques goes. I mean, because teaching, when we teach language or when we teach something, it's always begin with pre-activity, and then what other? Main activity, and then post activity. This is about teaching. So when you teach something, meaning that you have a method, specific method or other things method. So in teaching, totally or commonly, we will spend around 20 minutes. Ini tergantung ya, levelnya di mana. Kalau misalnya kita di SD, bisa jadi it's around 60 or probably 70, 76, 75, depends on the level. Nah, ketika dalam rentang pengajaran ini, maka 90 menit inilah semua teknik turun. Teknik-teknik itu maksudnya aktivitas-aktivitas kecil. For example, if you use misalnya pengajaran 90 menit ini, anggaplah mau mengajarkan misalnya what kind of topic are you familiar? What kind of topic? What kind of topic? Probably you are familiar with the topic in when teaching the young learners or in primary schools. What kind of topics?
Speaking
Daily activities. Is that in primary school? Okay, let's say the topic is about daily activity. So you are going to teach the students to express or to say or to tell about their daily activity analysis, right?
Yes.
So to bring them into this activity, into your objectives later di semester berikutnya, nanti kita akan belajar designing the objective of the lesson. So, mau mencapai tujuan itu, maka kita akan memetakannya pre-activity, main activity, post activity. Tapi tujuannya adalah they are able to express, for example, mampu menjelaskan atau mampu berbicara, menceritakan about their daily activities in English. Okay? So, apa yang akan kita lakukan di sini adalah memberikan activity atau teknik atau metode. Five-nya adalah metode. Metodenya misalnya, let's say, saya mau mengajar daily activity menggunakan metode misalnya cooperative learning. Okay? You will say like this, and then the problem is that are you familiar with the activity of cooperative learning? Apa saja? Nah, that's why activity kecil itu yang kita sebut dengan teknik, inilah yang akan muncul di 90 menit. Tinggal kita memilih. Kan ini banyak nih, kan? Tidak semua harus masuk di sini. No, in 20, in 90 minutes. But we just need to see yang mana kira-kira teknik atau activity yang ada di cooperative learning yang akan masuk di bagian pre-activity atau di bagian brainstorming.
1 minute first.
What's that?
1 minute.
Yeah, can be 1 minute tip paper. For example, okay? Anggaplah, karena ini kita akan ini baru di pre-activity. Karena kenapa dia tidak masuk di sini? Karena ini for only brainstorm. To trigger the students to do the activity before they go to here, they will be given some tasks to record, to recall, or to record, to warm up their memory or something else related to activate their knowledge related to daily activity topic. Okay? So 1 minute paper, let's do this. Kita sambil demonstrate. Okay, our topic today is about daily activity. So I'd like to ask you to work in three. Work in three, meaning that work in three you need to work face to face, not only by side by side. Okay, so you are going to have a paper for each.
Yes.
No, I'm not asking you to discuss. You just need to write. Just keep it silent and then write it down many or several things that come up to your mind when I talk about or when we talk about daily activity. Only 1 minute. No discussion. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Okay, done. Stop writing. Stop writing. All right. So then, let me ask you, what did you write there? What did you write on your notes? Tell me.
Daily activity is a routine activity in their life.
And then, do you have another thing to say about daily activity? Sorry? Yeah, no. I'm asking you about anything that come up to your mind, whether you are going to write about your activity or something else. Do you have another things to say about daily activity? Please watch that. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So we brainstorm the topic because we are going to teach students about daily activity. So we will give the students opportunity to brainstorm or to activate their prior knowledge related to the daily activity. Okay. So just please make sure that they don't talk each other because you are going to activate the students individually in their prior knowledge. Not about asking, what did you write? What are you writing? What? No discussion. Okay? It's supposed to be keep silent. No talking. All right. remember? Then we'll tell the class about the results of this or her interview. Alright? But you may start with this. I interview A or B, depends on the person that you just interviewed. And then about his or her daily activities. And I found some information. First, he or she, what is the first question? She wakes up or he wakes up every, depends on the answer. Okay? Can you get the point?
Yes.
Okay, so now you remember you may start in other way, but you may start with this way. Okay? Alright, so you are going to tell us the result of your interview. No, from this group I will ask C to tell us the result of his or her interview with friend. Okay, who is C? Who is C? Are you C? Are you C?
Oh yes.
Yes?
Because she wake up
Huh? Okay.
at 4 p.m. She pray subuh, and she do exercise,
Okay.
and she not have breakfast.
She does.
I wait for the azan.
Okay. She doesn't. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, and now here, can I ask A to tell us about the result of your interview?
Okay. I interview B about her daily activities and I found some information. First, she rises up in 5 a.m. at 5 a.m. and she prays subuh. Before that, after that, she read Al-Quran. Then she have breakfast
Inshallah.
in 9 a.m.
At 9
At 9 a.m.
Okay, good. Thank you. And then the last, I will ask B to tell us about the result of your interview. Who is B? Okay, Diana.
Interview C, update, and about his daily activity in 5 o'clock, and then he don't pray subuh.
Baru dia bilang itu kelihatannya juga.
What should be, what is supposed to be at here? Or see here, he, she wake up or wakes up? Wake up. Yeah, because it's a routine. So meaning that the verb should be added with S. Same form with pray. Praise. Okay? And then doesn't have, is that correct?
Yes, correct, Mike.
Indeed. What about this one? This is a regular, so a routine. So it's supposed to be
Doesn't.
Okay. So this is when we talk about something in routine, meaning that we have a regular in something. So meaning that the verb should be in something. Alright. So now we already know some information about. Let's start. Come on.
No. It's only one paper for all of the class.
Yes, you use only one paper, but you will then share it around to your friend. But make sure that you already complete writing only one sentence for each person.
Each group, one paper.
One paper. So, for example, this one, you will have one only paper, but here A will start writing any idea. You may start with any idea to start writing about their motive, and then once you finish one sentence, then you go to
be.
Yeah, to be, and then you continue another one sentence, and then the rest will be C, and then C after, then go to A again until you reach 5 or 7 sentences in your writing. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go. You may go. Please learn how. You may start writing any idea. You may start it, and then boleh dipakai semua. Idenya terserah mau memulai kalimat apa. One person, only one sentence. Whether it's correct or not, or whether it makes sense or not, just let it flow. Just write it. And then you don't need to. Yeah, let's use write any sentence. You don't need to tell him. Yeah, you will stop when you reach 5 or 7 sentences in your group. Berarti kalau sudah 5 atau 7 sentences.
So long. 7 much. 14 tambah aja.
Aduh. It's supposed to be like a story actually, not in the listening. Yeah. Hand over to your class. Okay, good. I heard some friends already help each other in your group. What about you? Interact your friends?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you tell her, tell them.
Yes, ma'am. I will go to breakfast time.
Yeah, so that's the important thing.
Yes, and also this one. I use Wix.
Yes,
Yes.
that's great. Okay, good. Can we stop? Can I have your attention, please? This is just actually the demonstration of many techniques in the work seriously. Okay, just stop writing. Okay, so let's see. Just now, I just show you the way how to do the cooperative learning. So 1 minute paper, when we talk about hello, can I when we talk about something about the topic, so that meaning that we can then combine all the activities into our teaching. Okay, so every technique in one method, setiap teknik yang ada dalam setiap metode itu bisa dikombine dengan teknik yang lain. Round table. Yang tadi barusan ini kita sebut sebagai round table activity or technique. Okay? So what did you find during this technique? What did you find in China? What did you find? Did you find easy to have your friends feedback, or did you find easy to understand your friend's explanation? Did you help each other?
Yes.
Of course. Yeah. That's why we call it as cooperative learning. No one is dominating the group, and positive interdependence happen in the group. Itu yang paling penting. Nah, bagaimana misalnya nih, let's say we are going to teach this kind of topic or different topic, but we use this same technique, and then probably in the real class we may find the students who cannot work together. Ada biasa nanti di realnya, nanti ketika kalian turun akan ada siswa yang tidak mau bekerja sama, akan ada siswa yang saya mau sendiri karena saya lebih merasa bahwa dia lebih paham, lebih suka bekerja sendiri. Nah, ini nanti kita akan bahas di depan terkait dengan describing learners, ini yang paling penting. Karena setelah mengetahui metode apa yang kita gunakan beserta tekniknya, nah sekarang ketika when you would like to take it or put it in grup ini adem-adem ayam saja, tapi misalkan satu grup dia berkreasi sebanyak mungkin. Itu kenapa? Itu tadi yang akan kita pelajari di depan adalah learners itu memiliki berbagai macam pola, berbagai macam kebiasaan yang bisa jadi mereka bawa dari semenjak di rumah atau dari kebiasaan di rumahnya yang dibawa ke kelas. Itu akan kita hadapi di kelas. So it just to prepare you to be a teacher later. So I think we don't have any problems with your method. Tapi hari ini saya mau mengkonkretkan saja bahwa cooperative learning salah satu metode dalam pembelajaran yang kita sudah bahas, dan just introduce this. Boleh dipakai, apakah ini mau dipakai di brainstorming atau di kegiatan awal, ataupun mau memodify beberapa activity atau teknik di dalam main activity di dalam 90 menit pembelajaran. Any questions so far? Any? Okay. So if you don't have any questions, I think that's all, and I'll see you next week. We are going to, probably you may sometimes read, boleh membaca terkait describing learners, tentang pembelajaran itu seperti apa, kemudian atau bisa mengkonekkan when you were in the primary schools or secondary schools, you experience something different with your parents, or just need to be entertainer. Karena ada pengajar itu ada berapa role-nya, bisa jadi entertainer, bisa jadi organizer, bisa jadi source of problem, sumber masalah, ya bisa jadi. Jadi nanti we will see this method. Okay, so I think that's all, and I'll see you next week.